So, good evening. We are back again after a 0-0 bore fest up at the Etihad. We've got Luton tomorrow, so we're going to have a little look at that as well. And we obviously have top Spurs tonight. We'll be watching that. I'm pretty sure West Ham will do the job. It's Tottenham's Cup final after all. I mean, West Ham actually win stuff these days. So, yeah, I'm not and yeah, it is what it is. But listen, smash these likes up. Make sure you sub to Jez's channel. In fact, I'm going to stick that in the title because I've got space to put that in the title. I'm going to do that now, so it's easier to find. And make sure you follow Kenny Ken's Insta, Kenny Ken 1972. I'll get that in the pinned comment in a sec. But Jez, it's not Monday. Happy Tuesday, mate. How are you?
I'm good, man. All good, all good. Yeah, been a miserable day here weather-wise. Grizzly, crap day, basically. Yeah, I'm all good, all good. Looking forward to the game tomorrow night. Did a nice little show last night with Kenny and Anthony. Went on for about an hour and a half or something, I think it was. But yeah, good. It's all good. Looking forward to this show tonight, mate. Legend.
Nice one, man. Yeah, listen, his link is now in the title, guys. So make sure you sub to Jez. Have you hit the 5K yet?
22 away.
Right, that needs to be done. That needs to be done.
Yeah, the thing is, I really want to try and do it by Thursday because Thursday will be 2 years of me on bloody YouTube. So time.
Wow, that quick. That's gone well quick.
Yeah, it's gone really fast. I mean,
mad.
Yeah, that's mad. How are you, Kenny? Happy Monday. Happy Tuesday, even.
Hey, you know what? I've had a good weekend. I've seen it all. Our fans celebrating a draw, even though in the context of the title, it could be catastrophic potentially. And then our fans are getting outraged because a massive bloke got pushed by a woman half his size.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus Christ. And then you had our ladies selling out by singing North London Forever. And everyone praying that, that if we get to the Champions League final, that our players be belting it out on the 1st of June. Not on my bloody watch, you won't, because it's a real Londoner, and I think the song's a load of crap.
So do most North Londoners, mate. It's mostly...
You can tell who's not from North London when they sing that garbage. What a load of rubbish. You heard it here first. North London Forever song is a load of crap. It's a crappy song, and I hate it. Go on. Meme that. Meme it. I dare.
Tell them.
I'm not scared.
Tell them. Listen, get these likes up. 22 subs for Jez. We need that done by the end of the show. Link is in the title. Kenny's Instagram link is pinned comment in the live chat. Excuse me if bear with me because I've got an ulcer on the inside of my mouth.
Oh no!
Right at the bottom, it's underneath my tongue. It's killing me, mate. I probably shouldn't be smoking or drinking, but oh well. I'm sure we'll live. But yeah, I'm talking with a bit of a lisp now. Yeah, but there we go. It is what it is. But listen, 0-0. Jez, we see the starting 11. We were all like, oh, Jesus, left wing. Okay, bit different. Trossard and Martinelli on the bench. Jorginho started. We all expected that, I think. All wanted that as well. And after about 5-10 minutes, we were sitting there probably all having kittens, weren't we? Thinking this is like going to go one way if we carry on. Kivio and Jesus getting absolutely roasted for 10 minutes. And then after that, it kind of calmed down. And it ended up being one of the worst games of football you're ever going to watch. What did you make of it overall, mate?
Yeah, I mean, I predicted a stinky 1-0 win for the Arsenal. I thought we might sneak it. But, yeah, we were under the cosh for 15, 20 minutes that first half. And I was sitting there, I think, oh, God, I can see what's going to happen here. Haaland he nearly did score as well. And I thought, right, if we concede, they're going to fall apart. But they didn't. And we kept it together. And we eventually got out of our own half and started to have a go at them. It was a boring game. And it was not a great game for a neutral. It certainly wasn't a great game for a City or Arsenal fan. That is fact. But we got out there. It had with. I'm not celebrating it. It's a point. not what we wanted. But as I said last night to Kenny, I've seen people saying, we've handed the title to Liverpool. No, not yet. Not yet, we haven't. There's a long way to go. There's still, another 9 games, I think it is. So we're still in that mix. There's banana skins all over from City, Liverpool and us, right? So I'm not giving it up just yet. Until that fat lady sings, mate, I'm still in it, and I'm still looking forward to maybe our first Premier League in 20 years. Yeah, but it was a shit game. I won't deny it. It was a crap game. And I have to say this: I'm not very impressed with the Man City home crowd.
Careful now, Jez. They'll be on to you.
Fair enough. Come on to me. I don't care. They weren't exactly pumping it up, were they? And like giving it the big large. And I'm thinking, bit interesting this. No, not a great game at all. And but we got out there, mate. We got out there a 0-0. And I'm told, somebody told me this today, I don't know if it's true, Arteta's the first person in the Premier League, right, to do with not losing to Pep Guardiola, home and away, and to the other chap down at Liverpool, Klopp. I don't know if that's fact. Kenny, you may know better than me, but apparently...
Well, yeah, I think it is factual, but, it's one of those things where there's so many equalisings in terms of we've got some really good results against the top 6. However, we're still 2 points behind Liverpool. We're only a point in front of City. It shows it's not always how you do against the top 6. All it does is display whether you've got the right mentality to compete, in 6 pointers pressure games. But you win the league by basically beating the teams you should be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fact.
That's true. Like if you look at Man City this season, they've only beaten one top 6 team, and that's Man United. Yeah, and they're one point behind us. Yeah, and I've seen 2 different sides of it. I've seen people going absolutely over the top, buzzing. Oh my God, what a performance! It was amazing. We've got a draw. We've kept them behind us, and blah blah blah. And then on the other side, I've seen a lot of people the opposite way, saying it was crap. We completely effed it up. Blah blah blah. Look, at the end of the day, yeah, we all wanted a win. I'm not happy. I'm happy that we didn't lose. Yeah, but I never want to draw. Yeah, I predicted a draw, but I wanted the win. Yeah, and there was opportunities for us to break. When we finally got out of our half in the first half, Odegaard messed up the counter attack, held on to it too long. Jesus messed up, taking 50 billion touches in the penalty box. Trossard should have squared one to Martinelli. So, and then the Jesus one where we slid in like Gaza against Germany. We had chances. They didn't have anything. So I'm happy with that because they had one shot on target and then the one that went through Haaland's legs where he totally missed it. Other than that, they offered nothing. And I'm happy with that. But this is where I'm looking at it and I'm thinking if we don't win the league, we ain't looking at Man City away dropping 2 points as why we ain't winning the league. We're looking back at them 2 Fulham games where we got 1 point out of 6. Yeah, I'm looking back at them that West Ham game at home where we got Pam 2-0 and Raya saved a penalty in stoppage time. They're the games that have cost us if we don't win it. Yeah, not Man City away. I remember Fergie doing an interview saying he's done a double over City and not won the league. He's also not done a double over City and won the league.
Yeah.
You don't have to beat City. Sorry to cut you 1 second here. The only reason I'm saying this is I think our fans are so infatuated with Man City that they're kind of taking their eye off of Liverpool. Yeah, because they're just going about their business. It was only 3-4 weeks ago. They were 5 points clear. And then they ended up down in second. Then we went above them, level on points. Yeah, and now they're 2 clear. Just like that inside 4 games or 3 games. It's gone from 5 points ahead to level and us top and then them 2 clear. That's how quick it can change. Yeah. So I'm not pissed off with a draw. It's just a little bit, we could have beaten them. But that ain't the reason if we don't win the league. What do you think, Kenny?
Well, the thing about it's the context of the match. Let's be honest, right? If you want to be really honest and you actually be honest as a football fan, the better team in terms of possession was them. They're the ones who are always on the front foot, and they should be because they're at home. We're the ones who had to be organised. We're the ones who had to do the last 6 defending. As such, any chances we were going to get were going to be very, very rare, and it's one of those ones where you have to take them because they don't come, and that's how I read the game. In terms of like man of the match was obviously going to be. It says a lot that the man of the match was defender. Now there's arguments there between who should have got it. Sky is saying Saliba, others are saying Gabriel. For me, I thought it was Saliba, but I wouldn't argue with anyone saying it's Gabriel. But in terms of like, how it's going to look in the table, you're 100% right. I still got people to this day listening to all the nonsense that, well, I don't think it's nonsense. It's caution that's coming from Liverpool. Obviously, we had Hussein on Friday being very cautious. And then you've got people like Jamie Carragher, McAteer, all being cautious towards Liverpool's chances of winning the league, and Liverpool Football Club themselves. But the fact is, they're the team in possession. They're the team that, out of all the top three, they're the team that are more likely to score goals because they create the most chances. Yes, their weakness is they do concede goals, which could be catastrophic. But with the amount of chances they're creating, you would roll the dice in their favour. So, it's no need to sort of write Liverpool off. And that's why, for me, I was disappointed with the point because it's all documented. I've said many a time in the last month, can't afford to drop any points. And that included City. I'm not saying that we should beat City, but in the context of how Liverpool are playing, and how Man City are doing as well, you have to win every game. It's just a fact. You have to win every game. You have to assume the Liverpool are going to beat Sheffield. They're going to beat Manchester United. They're going to go to Fulham and win because, the odds is 100% in their favour because of the fact that they do create chances. Even without Salah, they were creating chances. Even without Jota, they're creating chances. That's who Liverpool are. And that's why I can understand from a fan's point of view that they're frustrated. Another thing as well, it's not really Arsenal football, is it? Just to go to a big club, play for a draw whilst we've been playing this really beautiful football where we've been smashing teams left, right and centre. Everyone's saying that it's our time to win the league and you want to go and make a statement. But from a footballing point of view, the match didn't allow for that. Man City, for the first half an hour, were on the front foot. The nutmeg from Silver on Kivior, that said it all. And then
he was taking the piss, man. Seriously, that touching kid from things won out to him, and he just pushed it straight away.
De Bruyne was like I said, interchanges positions, and the fact that Guardiola was probably making inroads down the left-hand side where Saka was found wanting. Our best attack in that first half was actually Benjamin White. So in that context, if it was a 2-horse race and we got a point, I think people might feel a bit differently because of the fact that at least we've avoided it and it's now in our hands to win the league. But when it's a situation where you've got a third wheel and this third wheel keeps on winning, then of course I do understand like where fans have come from. And I feel the same way because, I wanted to strangle Jesus for not getting there in time. I want to strangle, Trossard for not squaring it. And I said, if you're going to shoot, all right, you hit the target, but come on, you didn't make it was a goalkeeper straight to keep on the throat. So that annoyed me. And then Jesus' performance, to be honest, really, really had me down. He was really off the pace. And in a game like that, you need a bit more than that. You really need a bit more of that. That was one criticism. You go back to our player ratings, we were actually pretty harsh on Jesus because we thought that out of all the players who were giving their all the players who were on the same wavelength, and were getting the pace of the game, Jesus was found wanting. His selecting him was probably the wrong option. You probably were better off selecting Trossard and bringing Jesus off the bench because he just wasn't sharp enough for me.
Or even start Martinelli if you want to play like that, because at one point we had Saka at right back and Jesus at left back, and we had 4 centre backs. So if you want to play like that, if you're going to break away that chance where we broke away in the first half, now imagine that's Odegaard and Martinelli breaking away.
Yeah,
instead of giving it to Jesus, who looked like he was running in treacle or quicksand.
Yeah.
He looked so slow, man.
Well, yeah, definitely.
And he pulled his shirt up to wipe his face at one point. He had a little bit of a podgy belly on him. I was like, oh, what's the matter with this guy? Like, has he been going to McDonald's or something?
Lee, he's not fit. He's not fit. You know, he hasn't, since he's come back from his knee injury last year, he hasn't been the same player. He hasn't been that explosive, innovative player that we signed from.
When he came back in the running about this time last year, he's been awful since. That's a whole year he's been.
Yeah, true.
I think if you want to be generous, you put it down to the fact that there's no way he's fully recovered from that knee injury. That's just from generosity, but in essence, that's not our problem. The fact is, we're going for a title. We're going for a title last season. We're going for a title this season. We need more from him.
Yeah, I agree. And I just want to come back. Big up to everybody locked in. Smash these likes up, guys. I'm going live in about 40 minutes for the Spurs game. Just keep your eyes peeled for that. I want to come back to what you said about Hussam and Liverpool fans and Carragher and all that trying to downplay it. That's because they know what it takes to get over the line. And they also know the margins are extremely fine. When I jumped on Staffy's channel the other night, a gal was on there, and big up to a gal. People think me and him hate each other and all that. No, I actually think he's cool, but he's just mad emotional. I told him that on the show. The two City fans were on that show. They were just chilling. They were calm. They weren't getting giddy. They weren't getting carried away. This is a treble-winning team. They've seen their team win everything. 5 titles in 6 years, doing a treble, right? All the domestic cups and everything. And they were just calm. In listen to Liverpool fans, they're downplaying everything. And that tells me, that their two teams, they've seen it, they've been there, they've done it, they understand what it takes. Our fan base, not all of them, but a large percentage of them, they haven't ever seen us win a league.
No.
Yeah. So they're going to get giddy. They're going to get excited. But what makes me laugh with it is they've watched the Premier League unfold with these battles between Liverpool and City. So it's like, have a bit of humility with it. Like, we're currently not top. Yeah. We have currently lost more games than Man City in the league this season. I think people are forgetting that. We have actually lost more league games. We've lost more than Liverpool. But obviously they've got more draws than us, hence why we're in between the pair of them. But at the same time, it's like, just calm down. Calm down a little bit. Like, yes, well done, got a draw, fantastic. We stopped getting the annual pumping up at the Etihad. Kevin De Bruyne didn't get his annual goal, like in Man of the Match award. So cool, fair enough. Maybe they have learned. But Hendon put something in the chat a minute ago, saying rather play competitive games, rather than last time, because it keeps us up to speed. Last time we had an easy running, and we just bottled it. This year it's a game every 3 days. We got Champions League quarterfinal 2 legs, and they have to be on it every game. And we've got big games: Tottenham, Man United. I think a lot of people are just looking at Tottenham because all 3 of us play Tottenham. I think they've all forgotten we all play Aston Villa as well. It's all well and good saying Tottenham. Aston Villa are above them. And all 3 of us have got to play Aston Villa. So they're going to have a say. Do you know what I'm saying? And them 2 games for us 3 teams, they'll probably be the decider. Because I think that 1, if not 2 or 3 of us could all drop points against Aston Villa. Unai Emery's going to want to come to the Emirates and absolutely fuck us up. Let's just be real with it. After it all went tits up for him. And that's sandwiched in between the 2 Bayern Munich games.
Yes.
Potentially has banana skin written all over it, doesn't it? Let's be real. Man City have got them tomorrow. They're not playing great at the minute, City. And I think Liverpool have got them away. Well, they played both us and City off the park at their ground. So there's potential they could do that to Liverpool. And Liverpool could be in a semi-final by then. Or even the final, whenever that game falls. So I don't know, man. I just think we just need to calm down, go and slap Luton tomorrow. And when I say slap them, like, I don't mean you have to score 6 or 7, nothing like that. I mean, hardly any shots against, comfortable performance, subbing off players with 30 minutes to go, 2-0 up. They're nowhere near getting in the game. And then just rest and recuperate for the weekend against Brighton, and then go again. But I think a lot of people are just like already thinking because we've got 4 points off of them 2 teams, that's it. We've done it. We've done it. And if we finish second to Liverpool, it'll be, but we finished above Pep. Now Klopp's leaving. That means we can do it next season. Round and round and round we go. No. It don't work like that. And Man City will spunk a load of money in the summer because that squad ain't good enough. It ain't good enough to go and walk away with it. It ain't good enough to go on 20-game unbeaten streak. Although they're unbeaten for 4 months, I think it is. Yeah, but they can't go on 20 straight wins like they've done previously. That ain't that team anymore. Yeah, I watched Big Steve on the Big Six last night saying that team ain't the team. He ain't confident at all. He said, if we carry on playing like this, we're finishing third. Yeah, he goes, Liverpool will win it if we carry on. Arsenal or Liverpool win it. Right. And that's what I'm saying. That team has won a treble. Yeah, they're still on for another treble, but their fans are actually saying, hold on a minute, we're not great here. Whereas look at him last season and look at City fans last season. They were like, we don't care if you're 8 points clear. We're going to beat you, because they were on it. City ain't on it this season. But I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what happens, because there's so many twists, man. Every game is a cup final. Every game for every team now. But I don't know, man.
Sorry, Jason. Oh, sorry, really apologise. Ollie Watkins is out tomorrow for Villa, so that's going to give City a chance.
Ooh.
Just to let you know. Sorry, Jason. Sorry.
No, I'm just going to add into that. We've also, the fact that we're in a title run, we've also got the Champions League we're fighting for. So we've got to be aware of that little one as well. Because I do not want us to get kicked about by bloody Bayern Munich. That is for certain. The fact that Kane's going to be there, that could be a banana skin for us. We know what he's going to be about. Yeah. But the thing is, you're quite right. The Villa game, and to me, the Villa, for us, Arsenal, Villa, Tottenham, right, United, and the Chelsea, they are absolute must-wins. They are 6-point games, right, because we cannot afford to slip up there. But we've also got Wolves, and we've got Everton. They're fighting. Everton, they're fighting for survival, man. Wolverhampton Wanderers, they're not an easy team. They're not ripping up trees, but we know the damage they can do to us. Yeah, and your point, Lee, you made a great point about this time last year. We had an easier running. We did. And we cocked it all up. And the good thing about it, to my mind, I talked about this the other night, and you've talked about it. We talked about it on the watch line, actually, on the player ratings and all that. Are Arsenal mentally stronger? I think so, because they defended in a way that a team in that position should defend. It wasn't just the midfield let the back four deal with it. The midfield were getting involved, right? And the one thing I liked about Odegaard, he wasn't brilliant, but he was causing problems off the ball. And that is what I expect to see from a captain. Declan Rice, I gave him man of the match, right? But at the end of the day, he caused dramas for their midfield, broke them up, caused them to think, you can see the frustration in the Man City players. Luton Town tomorrow night, we cannot, if we lose that, mate, then curtains. Curtains, end of the day. And, the weekend game, and then we go again. We got Bayern Munich. Then we got, I think, was it Villa, home. And then we got Bayern. I mean, I want us to play these amount of games. And I'll tell you why I want us to do this. Keeps them mentally focused. Keeps them on the ball, right? Not like the fact that last year we played a game 3 or 4, 5 days off, played a game 5 days off, right? We slacked. With this intensity, it will show whether they are mentally strong. And I haven't got any question about physical fitness. We know we've got that. Yeah. It is all down to these lads now in the Arsenal saying, we can do this, boys. We can do this. We've just got to get and hope. Hope is always a word that I don't like saying in football, that Liverpool slip up somewhere. But as you said, and Kenny said, and loads of people said, every game is a cup final, and every game we've got to get those 3 points. And I want Arsenal to be going up the lane, right, and winning again for the 3rd time. I say, unlucky Spurs, but there you go.
Mate, can you imagine if we won the league there?
Again.
Imagine. I've got a bit of an issue, guys. I've got to go. The boys had this scooter nicked from the gym.
Oh no!
For fuck's sake!
Is it?
I can leave you two going if you want to carry on. Let me ask him. Let me ask him what he wants me to do. But we
can't end the stream.
No. But I can end it. I can take my Mac with me. But I don't know.
We'll keep going. We'll keep going. Yeah, we keep going, and then we'll put it in the chat when you think it's time to go. That's it. So that we've got to keep going because there's a lot of people watching. So let's keep going.
Yeah, it's literally half a kilometre around the corner. But
yeah, that's all right. Keep going in.
Yeah, he needs to go to the police station to report it, but he needs the papers for it, and it's at home. So I don't know whether he's at the gym. He's at home.
All right.
Little shits, though, isn't it, doing that?
Oh, mate, his sister had hers nicked from college the other week.
Oh, right.
And the thing is, it's probably some little fucking scrote. Yeah, and you don't see many of them around here.
And just think, people in this country like to say this country's broken, and it won't happen anywhere else. Well, it's just happening in
both the kids have had their scooters nicked in the last fucking month. One at college in Malaga, and one at the gym around the corner.
Yeah,
sounds like you're back in North, mate. You're back in Islington, aren't you?
Mad, isn't it? Yeah, we carry on going. Listen, he's literally around the corner anyway.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, I'll take my Mac with me, and I can connect off my 4G anyway. Big up to Anthony, man, Bayern fan here. If we play like we did against Dortmund, Arsenal would smash us. Flicks Bayern would beat you. Tuchel's Bayern. Nope, I'm not confident, and I'm glad he's gone at the end of the season. Well, listen, it's interesting because Bayern fans. Okay, the paperwork for his scooter's in the car. That's why he needs me to go to the house. Okay, cool. But yeah, Bayern Munich fans are fuming. But listen, this is their last chance to win something this season. So that ain't a gimme. That ain't a gimme at all. Yeah, so listen, it's not going to be easy to beat Bayern Munich, but mate, they've got too many good players for that to be an easy game. Yeah, and Harry Kane's going to want to come and do something, can he? Let's be real. But all right, cool. I'm gonna go. Yeah, big up for that, Anthony. Appreciate it, man. I'm gonna go and give the boys his paperwork. And, I'll
try to keep it hold of the chat. I'll try and
just send me a text when you want to wrap it up. Yeah, I want to be on this game in half an hour, so he needs to hurry up. So apologies, lads, but fucking typical.
Right. We'll carry it on.
All right, nice one. I'll be as quick as I can.
We just have to put up with us too.
Cheers, man.
Yeah, that's good.
Talking of the Bayern, that's actually a very interesting point. If you talk about the Bayern Munich situation, over the Bayern fan, because I actually watched that game on Saturday because like very few opportunities I get to watch the Klassiker because of the fact that obviously I'm at matches or sometimes the 5:30 games. There's some big 5:30 games, domestic games, but talking about Bayern Munich. I was actually quite surprised, maybe mentally because of the points gap between themselves and Leverkusen, that they have actually given up the ghost. So in that respect, their performance actually showed that. Because in the first half, they weren't too bad. Like I said, they had most of the possession, but on the counter attack, Dortmund was just absolutely ruining them. Then you look at the second half. You would have thought Bayern Munich would be with the whole crowd behind them that they were going to actually up the tempo. They were basically playing at friendly pace. It was basically walking pace. They were intimidated by Dortmund on the counter attack because Dortmund had a lot of pace for Adewemi. Ryerson got their second goal, but Jadon Sancho for Dortmund actually had a really stellar game. He actually ruined Kimmich. I'm telling you now, all those big names from Bayern Munich, like Joshua Kimmich. I didn't recognise him. You think about Joshua Kimmich from, 2 seasons ago, even last season. The Joshua Kimmich that I saw on Saturday, nah, no way. Goretzka worked his nuts off, but he looks off the pace. And Musiala found it quite difficult as well. And I have to admit, I was quite lukewarm about quite a few about Sane, are really lukewarm. You would have thought a derby like that, they'll be up for it. I don't know whether they're saving themselves for the Champions League, but if you look at the situation and rewind back 3 years,
Chelsea
Chelsea were kind of not doing that great in the league, even though they were still comfortably in the Champions League places. You know, during that lockdown season, they got Tuchel in, and Tuchel basically put all his eggs into the basket of the cups. So like they got to the FA Cup final and they got to the Champions League, and in one-off game of Man City, they won it. So that's one of the reasons why, even though they're not too clever in the league, I'm thinking this is Tuchel, that he's got basically form for actually getting to 2 Champions League finals. Obviously, he got there with PSG, lost to Bayern, and then the year after, he's won it at Chelsea. So I still think that, despite the fact Tuchel knows he's going at the end of the season, if he can concentrate on that Champions League, that's why, despite the fact that, you know, they haven't got pace at the back, I just look at the Tuchel factor and I just think, you know what, they got Harry Kane, and
that's the thing though, Kenny. That's what worries me. If they've given up on the Bundesliga, right? They're in the Champions League, and you know what they're like against us. That's my worry, because I really would love to see Arsenal win a Champions League. We both agree, don't we? I don't think we've got the squad just yet. I don't think we've got quite the 11 men that we need to do that right now. But if we win the Premier League and we invest in the right way, then next season we can go again. And I've got confidence that, you know, I mean, we've been out of the Champions League for way too long, in my opinion. And with the way we're playing, right, we can close games off. Like we did at the City. They were on us, all over us in that first half, and we just closed them down, frustrated them. And that's something we didn't do last year, did we? You know, we let teams come and just take us over at the very crucial part of the season where we should have been killing teams off, and we didn't. You know, Southampton, teams like that, we just didn't do it. Right?
I think the pressure got to us last season in terms of, like, we self-inflicted. We're basically self-harmed, because let's face it, you know, just like Liverpool are conceding goals, they're relying on creating chances. We're like that last season, but the problem was, once the chances dried up, you can't keep on conceding the amount of goals, because, all right, Liverpool's conceded a goal, but we were conceding, like, we were beating teams 3-2, 4-2. You know, conceding against Leeds, one of the worst teams. And then you get into that situation where you go to Anfield and you're 2-0 up. But when Liverpool get back into it, to the extent that they score just before injury time, and then it looks like they're going to go and win the game. I don't think we recovered from that. And then when we played West Ham, as soon as they got back into the game after we went 2-0 up, I think the doubts went in, and then Saka misses a penalty. And then before you know it, dropped 2 points. We dropped points at Anfield when we were in a winning position. Then we dropped points against West Ham when we were in a winning position. All of a sudden, the Southampton game, we're under pressure. And then Southampton, they're desperate. They know there's a highly likely going to go down. They took the game away from us. And that's when the pressure was on. I think that after the Southampton game, despite what people say that we folded against Man City, my message to all those fans is that the title was done after Southampton. You just have to look at the body language of our players. Now, you fast forward to this season, Mikel's eradicated all those those kind of deficiencies. Like, we're not conceding silly goals, we're not conceding chances, and we're more compact defensively. Like, the midfield are dropping deep a bit. They're not leaving it all to Thomas Partey and the defence. You know, when teams do try to attack us, they can't get straight at our back four. There's a bit of a wall, and even when we're in the box, there's basically like a big, like, rectangle where you're thinking, all right, you put a cross in, we're clearing it. You try to get through us, we're going to let you go, but you're going to have to check back in. That's something we weren't doing last season, and that is the difference. But talking about the Champions League now, you know, it's over 180 minutes. That's the thing. 90 minutes, I can understand the fans' optimism, I can understand the excitement, but the litmus test is, can you keep Musiala, Sane, Harry Kane, Muller, for one. And then if Koeman comes up off the bench, and and maybe there are other creative players come off the bench, are you going to be able to keep on Choupo-Moting? Are you going to be able to keep them quiet for 180 minutes? That is the litmus test, because that's where we are now. As well as we're playing, it's still it's a competition, it's a cup competition, where because of the quality of Bayern, they are going to get chances. We may keep them out of the Emirates, but at their ground, they're going to create chances. They're going to have the crowd behind them. That's why we're going to have to take a lead to the Allianz Arena. I think that's their best way, because that way the pressure's on Bayern, not us. We've got something to hold on to. You know what I mean? Just like Porto did when they came to us. Although, like I said, it was only a goal, they still had that little advantage. So we had to, take the game to them.
Good question for you, Kenny, and me here from Will. Question for Jez and Kenny. Did you see any similarities between how we played on Sunday and Graham's football?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Good question, man. Yeah, absolutely. That was a typical George Graham situation, up against it. And then we just closed them down, but basically sort of strangled them, just frustrated them. And unfortunately, we didn't get the 1-0 to the Arsenal. That's a shame, because that would have been then a big statement to say that was George Graham on the standing on the touchline. But yeah, I thought it was, and the fact is that tomorrow night, Kenny, I want to say this, mate. Tomorrow night, Luton Town. It's not a given, is it? It's not a given. We've got to actually turn up. We can't just think, oh well, it's Luton Town.
Not at all. Not at all. As you know, what we got.
They're looking to survive, and we know what wounded teams can be like. Because
last season, rewind back to last season, we played West Ham, who were flirting in the sort of bottom half of the table, although they still had the European football to hold on to. They weren't at their best. And then you had Liverpool, who were still fighting for that top 4 place, but they weren't a side that won the Champions League and won the league. They were a side very much on its last legs in terms of that midfield. So you just don't know the situation with what's going to happen with Luton. One thing is though, despite the fact Luton have got players out, the fact is they're not going to change the way they play. Their best chance in their minds of actually survival is staying as close to Nottingham Forest as they can. Because remember, Nottingham Forest have had 4 points deducted. Make sure that they actually try and win games. Yeah, that's it. They 1-0 up or 2-0 up.
2-0 up now.
Or 2-0 up. So that puts Luton under even more pressure. And that makes it even more, more of a must-win game for Luton. So you've got to take them seriously. The good thing about tomorrow is that Mikel Arteta has stated that Martinelli and Saka are in contention. And, regarding Timber, he does think that Timber is going to he does think that Timber is going to be fit for some stage of the season. So that is very good, especially if we're going deep in the Champions League as well as the league. So I do think that, I know fans are saying let's rotate. Respect to that opinion under any circumstances, but with 2 points behind Liverpool, a point behind City, 9 games left, 9 cup finals, no margin for error. You do the maths. You get on your calculators, add it up, what you're going to come up with, play your best team.
Fact, absolutely. I mean, Hendon's come out with no matches are given, but with Luton having 7 to 8 key players out injured, if Arsenal failed to win, then Arthur should resign that night. Well, we know that will never happen. We know that. But there's another one here which I think is important. Power Spine 2. Do you think Arteta is trying to be more unpredictable when facing teams? Defensive against City while playing ball most of the time? Good question, man. What do you think, Kenny, on that one?
I think it depends on the opposition, isn't it? he knows City inside out. Plus, he knows the threats. I mean, you can't play the way you played against Burnley, Sheffield United, and West Ham against Man City, because Sheffield United, all those three sides don't have De Bruyne, they don't have Bernardo Silva, they don't have Phil Foden, they don't have Rodri, and they don't have Haaland. That's the crux of it. They have world-class players. I know Lee said that Big Steve says it's not the same Man City, but the fact is, Man City have got a favourable fixtures. Hand on heart, with the exception of Spurs away, which is basically a freak kind of record that they have against Spurs, home and away. Let's be honest. Then you would basically put your house on Man City winning 8 out of those 9 games. You put your house on them beating Aston Villa, and Aston Villa that where Bailey's struggling and Ollie Watkins is ruled out. You expect them to win.
Have they got Villa away, or have they got them at home?
Villa at the Etihad. The fact it's the Etihad, so they got them at the Etihad, and then they got Crystal Palace away, who got a new manager. Austrian manager replaced Croydon Roy, but you expect, despite the fact that it's Crystal Palace are going to give them a really, really hard game. Man City got the quality to exploit any mistakes that Crystal Palace make. There's a reason why Crystal Palace are in the bottom half of the table rather than top half of the table, because they do play good football. They've got very good players, but they reek of mistakes, and they're one of the biggest self-harmers defensively. So you expect them to win that game, and then all the other, Spurs, who knows what the situation is? You know what Sky are going to do? They're going to schedule that Spurs game, sandwich it in between Man City's last away game and last game of the season, and say, right, Arsenal got Man United, the promoting weekend of the Premiership. Liverpool got Aston Villa. I don't know, Man City got, I know it was Brighton. I don't know who it is. It could be Brighton. And then after we get those random results, they're going to say, right, Thursday night football, not Wednesday, not Tuesday, Thursday night football.
Yeah.
Tottenham under the lights against Man City. Man City are going for the league. Tottenham going for the top 4. And there it is. But by that time, Man City have probably won all 7 games.
Good point. Good point. Question for us as well. Nelson Joshua Johnson. Question for Jez and Kenny. Kenny and Jez, sorry. Do you think Liverpool will fold because the overwhelming pressure to achieve, because Klopp is leaving at the end of season, similar to Wenger's last season? Good point. What do you think, mate? I don't think so.
The Wenger situation is that Klopp, I'm sure there's a few dissenters, on social media towards Jurgen Klopp. But on a whole, I think in terms of approval rating, if we go like the presidential, like the USA, his approval rating is in the high 90s, if not 100%. Arsene Wenger, the approval rating when he left in 2018, was probably low despite the fact that he was loved by a lot of fans who were still loyal to him. I thought his approval rating was in the low 40s. And at times, it was in the low 30s. So I say it respectfully, Arsene Wenger wasn't a big loss by the time he left. Despite the fact you had emotional ties to Wenger and you were grateful for his achievements in previous seasons, the fact is that it was a toxic place in 2018. Social media was going mad.
2015, man, it was like getting started to be toxic.
Definitely. But around 2016, 2017 season, the atmosphere was repulsive. Fans were fighting amongst themselves. That's just facts. It's not an exaggeration of facts. And then we got to a situation where fans were so tired of wanting the man out that they just didn't bother turning up. The atmosphere was flat as a pancake. The fans voted on their feet. So there was no kind of desire for the fans to give this man a send-off. Whilst with Klopp, everyone across the club, the players, the fans, the managers, they are desperate to, in my opinion, they're desperate to give Klopp a good send-off. You know, the thing is, let's get it right. Klopp has left some really good foundations. You know, he's left a brand new midfield. He's left some young players all hungry. So, you know, another thing as well. A lot of Liverpool fans are prickly about Klopp's legacy. You know, you've got people like Danny Mills are saying, well, we ain't that much. He's only won one league, one European Cup, a couple of League Cups and the FA Cup. Compared to Pep, it's not that great a record.
Wow.
So that's going to motivate them even more. The fact that, you know, they're going to want to win the league to, you know, stick a couple of digits at Danny Mills.
Okay, back.
We're back.
He's back.
We're back. Apologies about that. Jesus Christ. What a mission.
We kept it going.
Yeah, appreciate you, lads. Appreciate you. Big up to everyone locked in as well. Yeah, they didn't nick the thing by cutting the chain. Yeah, they just pulled the whole thing out of the ground. The thing he's chained it up to. Took the whole thing out.
So they couldn't ride it off then. They had to carry the bike off.
No. So he folded it down, yeah, and then pull it through the wheel, yeah, and then through the it's like I don't know, like a metal pole. It's got two ends and it comes up. It's like a horseshoe and goes in. They literally yanked it out of the ground.
That's
It wasn't very well fixed then. It wasn't very well concreted in.
That's what I'm saying. But they wouldn't let him see the CCTV either. He's got to go to the police station so they can come and see it. So his girlfriend's dad's taking him there now. Mad. Unbelievable. And that gym's like a fucking posh gym as well. Super expensive gym. It ain't like some riffraff gym. Yeah, and where that gym is as well, you don't see no idiots hanging around. Bit of a random one, I can't lie.
They're little rats, mate. They come out the ground.
Yeah, they're probably from Fengarola or somewhere. Just come down to rob for the day.
Did he leave the keys? Did someone pick him up and does that have a go? Was it? He was actually.
No, he's still got the keys for the chain, but they've nicked the.
Someone just went at it.
Yeah, mad. Actually, mad.
Opportunities.
Yeah, man. Yeah, crazy. But yeah, I heard you talking about the remaining games and reading out the comments. I appreciate it, lads. Kept it going. But yeah, typical, isn't it? Flipping, I nudge the stream to this day at this time, and that happens.
Yeah.
Oh well,
make it up. But there we go. Where did we get to?
Jess, yeah.
I was just going to ask. I was just going to ask Kenny a question, but you're back. I was just going to ask him a very quick question. Nottingham Forest 2-0 up. Newcastle 1-0 up over Everton, mate. So I'll quickly ask you this question, and Lee, take your show back. Tomorrow night, mate, the pressure's going to be on us, mate, with Luton now. Would you agree, Kenny?
Yeah, of course. From now on, Arsenal are always under pressure. We're under pressure. And the closer you get, the more games you play, you're under pressure. There is no taking your foot off the pedal. No. There is no, complacency. I can't get my words out. I won't tolerate, complacency. I won't tolerate inertia. We're so close because at the end of the day, we have to make sure that if Liverpool blink and miss, we basically take advantage. And that's how I've got to look at it. We've got to play our best team. It's no good saying, rotate Saka. It's only Luton. No. If Saka's fit, 80% fit, he plays every game. It's the way you've got to do it. Let England, like I said, put up with the broken pieces. But when it's Arsenal, we come first.
I agree. Yeah,
Lee, I hand you back your channel.
Thank you, mate. I appreciate it. It was seamless. Look at this seamless transition. I appreciate it, honestly, mate. Both of you, and the chat as well for keeping it going as well. So yeah, big up to all of you lot. But yeah, I agree. Like we have to. I heard you guys saying that somebody in the comments put in, do you think he's learned and he's setting up for different teams? I think he is. Yeah, and I'll be honest. Like we'll beat most teams. Like let's just be real with it. We will beat most teams because we're a good team. Yeah, but there's certain games where you have to set up different. Yeah, and the fact that we can sit back, defend that well against the best team in Europe, yeah, will give us confidence going into any other game that we've got for the rest of the season. Yeah, because if we start coming under the cosh a little bit in games, we can just go, okay, lads, drop back 5-10 foot. Yeah, just shore it up for 10 minutes, and then we can get the control of the game back and go again. Against Luton, you know what they're going to do. Yeah, they're going to try and play quick 1-2 touch football. They're going to try and whip crosses in. That's perfect. They're going to whip crosses into Morris. Yeah, we're cleaning them up all day long. Yeah, but then what we've got to do is win the second ball when we've headed them out. Yeah, because that's then when they can get it out wide and whip a quick cross in, and we're off balance and out of position. Yeah, but you have to win the second ball.
Odegaard has got to step up tomorrow. Right?
Oh, he will. It's Luton.
I can't.
And it's at home. He'll be doing all of this tomorrow, mate. Flicking his hair again.
It's a must-win game, and our midfield, right? If Rice and Jorginho and Odegaard step up, we'll crucify them. We'll crucify them.
Yeah, I 100% agree. And I think like if we can get into a position in that game where we've blitzed them, by 60 minutes, we can rest some players. Yeah, we can rest some players for the Brighton game.
Look, you know the situation with Luton, right? Luton are going to attack and go for it. They're very direct. They're very direct attacking side. Their strength is their attack. They will create chances, not because they got in, like creative players. Although Ross Barkley is creative, it's because they're so direct. They put crosses in. Morris, challenge for every ball. He gets in the box. He knows he gets service. You can't say that those players don't get service. You've got players like Doughty. He's a good cross of the ball. The fact that you've got Obwene, he's got a lot of pace and he gets into like direct positions. So our defence is going to be worked. There's no doubt about it. No matter how organised we're going to be, the fact is no defence likes dealing with crosses. No defence likes players to run at them. That's what Luton are going to do. They're going to give everything. They haven't got the quality to beat us, but they will create chances because of the way they play. But as I said before, they're what I call defensive self-harmers. You have to look at their games. If you want football entertainment and you want a game where you're guaranteed not to get a boring 0-0, watch Luton, because they're the most entertaining side in the Premiership for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, 105 goals in their games so far. I've just looked. 43 scored, 62 against.
Wow.
Yeah. They've conceded the third most in the league. And they're quite high scorers. They've scored more than Man United.
Yeah.
Right. They've scored 16 more goals than the team sat bottom. They've scored more than the team above them, who are currently 2-0 up. They've scored 13 more than Everton. They've scored 1 more than Brentford. They've scored 9 more than Palace, same as Bournemouth, sorry. 3 less than Fulham, 6 less than Chelsea, more than Wolves. Mate, they've outscored most of the league. Right. Yeah. So you're right. Absolutely spot on. I want to read this comment out real quick as well. Why do you reckon there's so much Arsenal hate online? Because Fluers keeps sharing it around off a TalkSport. Literally, why does anyone care whether the club's liked or not? I don't get it. Yeah, like who gives a shit what Jamie O'Hara's got to say? Who cares? Yeah, who cares what Gary Neville's got to say? Who cares what Jamie Carragher's got to say? It's not even Arsenal.
Yeah, but Arsenal fans,
yeah, they do because they're sensitive. But at the end of the day, none of them are going to stop us winning the league.
Yeah. Look.
So if everyone praising it, yeah, cool, praise everything. That's not going to stop us winning the league either.
No.
Yeah, because you can't have it both ways. Not everyone is going to rate your football club.
Well, I don't know. You need some Arsenal fans that though, Lee. There's a lot of Arsenal fans, especially like the Arsenal fans, who are very, very good manipulators, and they're actually quite good psychologists. They've basically looked at the pattern of social media, especially Arsenal social media, since 2016. There's no doubt if you want the most traction on social media, you mention Arsenal. It's a fact because a lot of Arsenal fans don't know when to wind their necks in. They want to be the truest Arsenal fan. They want the most likes and most follows. If you look at all the shared videos across social media, the Arsenal videos are the ones that get the most traction, get the most views. And I say it respectfully. If you look at Chelsea channels, they they would like, certain Chelsea fans would like the same sort of traction that Arsenal fans would get. Hence the fact that whenever Chelsea play Arsenal, their most viewed content is content involving Arsenal. I.e., whenever we play them at Stamford Bridge or wherever we play them at the Emirates, they get their most views. That's just a fact. And I wouldn't be out of order to suggest that maybe for Man United. Although Man United has still got a lot of high-profile fans. When it comes to Arsenal, it's a different kettle of fish. Remember, it's London. We're the capital of the country. The fact is, everything that happens in London, everyone wants to talk about it, want to know about it. Arsenal fans know this. The fact is that if we were winning trophies on a regular basis, if we were, had a couple of Champions Leagues in the bag, do you think they'll care if Jamie Carragher, Jamie O'Hara and Neville be slagging us off? No, they won't. The fact is that it cuts deep because, let's face it, unless we start winning the league, unless we win the Champions League, we won't be able to shut them up. They're winning every argument against us.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, people say it's Arsenal hate and all of this, yeah? Right, let's just be real. We have grown up and lived through multiple Arsenal teams winning titles and doubles and invincibles and stuff like that, yeah? There was none of this so-called negativity and hate when we were winning the league at Old Trafford or White Hart Lane, was there? It was, oh my God, what a great team. They were unbelievably good. Every single week they were gassing us up. But let's be real, it's 20 years since we've won a title. Yeah, so if they're sitting there on Sky Sports having a point of view that's not the same as yours, and what? Yeah, when the team get over the line, we'll get our credit, we'll get our flowers. Yeah, because if you get over the line against Pep and Klopp, nobody can say shit.
Yeah. I think another thing as well with Arsenal fans is that they think Liverpool, they think that Liverpool are jealous of us. They think that Liverpool fans are upset because we kind of elbowed them aside in the kind of the cartel between themselves and City, which, let's face it, all right, we challenged Man City last season. We finished 8 points behind. We finished 5 points behind them. Could have been 10 if Man City didn't take their foot on the gas. So although we were leading the title race for 93% of the season, towards the end, in the championship rounds, he wasn't close, was it? He wasn't. So for people to suggest that there's some sort of rivalry between Arsenal and City, it's getting there, but it's not at this kind of like lengths as it was with Man City and Liverpool. Because let's face it, Man City and Liverpool in 2019, one got 98 points, the other one got 97. One and the other team won the Champions League. The 2 seasons after that, one won the title with 94 points. The other one got 92 points, but the other team won 2 cups, the FA Cup and the League Cup. So that is actually genuine rivalry. And I think Man City and Liverpool fans are just basically having their cup of tea, waiting and praying that if Arsenal don't win it, they're going to give our fans so much stick. Man City fans are going to go for us. And Liverpool fans, bloody hell, we need to go and book some trips away to Spain or Portugal, because we might have to leave the country because they're going to cook us.
It's very true. We are going to wrap this up, lads. The game starts in 2 minutes. I will be doing the stream for that, so it's going to redirect us straight over there. We will be there for the Antonio winner, which will be nice. The top Spurs are going to be put in the bin. But Jez, always love, mate. And what you got coming up? Arsenal history and more. The link is in the title. And big up to both of you for keeping the show going while I had to pop out.
Yeah, no worries, man. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Great stream as always. Hope your young guy gets his bike back. So I just think that's thieving is the lowest of the low.
Yeah.
I hate all that.
Mate, but do you know how much we paid for that scooter? About 900 quid. It's one of them little electric scooters.
How near is Spain to Saudi Arabia?
It's quite a mission.
Yeah, quite a
You know what they do with foods in Saudi Arabia, don't you?
Yeah, I know what you're saying, man.
What you got coming up, Jez?
I don't know. I haven't thought about it. I might do a watch along tomorrow night. I don't know. Thursday night, I will probably be doing a show with Anthony Herbert. It's actually, ironically, his birthday on the same day I went live for my first ever time ever on YouTube on the 4th of April. So we might just do a little show, match review, probably a match review. So that'll be a bit of a laugh. And yeah, and after that, I'll do a preview for the Brighton game because I will be there. Kenny's going to be there possibly as well. And
fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
I'm in the.
My brother's working on it. If not, it's in front of the TV with me size 12 trainers, red ones, and then cheering the boys on. But I'm definitely at Luton at the Emirates tomorrow.
Nice one, lads. What you got coming up, Kenny? Other than that,
well, hopefully, definitely the Luton game. Hopefully, we don't know what Saturday's going to bring us. But I'll tell you one thing though. Thank God there's a lot of football because at the moment, without the football, I've got no option but to watch Married at First Sight Australia. I'll tell you one thing, it's better than the British version. I don't know what it is with these Aussies, mate. They got some sayings, mate.
Yeah, they have. They got some good one-liners. I can't lie. Big up to everyone who's locked in. I'm going straight live now. The game's just kicked off. So yeah, we will be there for Tottenham losing, which will be nice. If they win by 3 goals, they go 4th. But yeah, it's going to redirect us there. Make sure you sub to Kenny, follow Kenny even, pinned comment with his Instagram. And make sure you sub to Jez. It's in the title, guys. Big up to everyone who's locked in as well. We're out of here. Go and smash a like on the next stream. I'll be there in literally 90 seconds. Adios. Ciao.
Hey, have a nice night.